I rise today with a heavy heart to adjourn in the memory of a California, a San Francisco legend, Reverend Cecil Williams. There are few people who are as synonymous with the city of San Francisco or as synonymous with the fight for justice, fairness, equality, and compassion as Reverend Cecil Williams. As a minister, author, social activist, lecturer, and community leader, Reverend Williams etched his name in history as a tireless champion for the poor and marginalized. His ministry underscored his roots in liberation theology. As a boy growing up in segregated Texas, Reverend Williams vowed to create a church of many colors. When he arrived in San Francisco in 1963 as head pastor of GLIDE, he grew the small congregation to over 10,000 parishioners. His vision for a 21st century church took shape through GLIDE's unique and powerful blend of spirituality, principled compassion, and cutting-edge programs for those most in need. In an era of declining church attendance, Reverend Williams took over a dying ministry in the Tenderloin and turned it into a global brand called simply GLIDE. The Sunday sermons at GLIDE are full of life with gospel and blues from the GLIDE ensemble backed by the Change Band. Among those who have taken part in the Sunday service at GLIDE are Oprah Winfrey, Bill Clinton, Maya Angelou, Isabel Allende, Bono, and Warren Buffett. When he arrived at GLIDE in 1963, the congregation numbered 35 people, all white. Reverend Williams changed that immediately and opened GLIDE's doors to the entire Tenderloin neighborhood and accepted everyone. In 1965, Reverend Williams met Janice Miracatani, who had taken a job as a typist at GLIDE, tasked with transcribing people's experiences with hardship in the neighborhood. They would go on to marry in 1982, and Miss Miracatani would help mold the organization's values, particularly those of radical inclusivity and unconditional love, in its welcoming of anyone who walked through its doors. Reverend Williams led the change in expanding GLIDE support services to include a free health clinic, legal clinic, an HIV prevention center, and domestic violence support services. Reverend Williams served in a leadership capacity for 60 years at GLIDE before he stepped away from his role late last year at the age of 93. During his tenure, he shared the pulpit with world leaders, activists, and the Black Panthers. He fought for LGBTQ rights for decades when few other allies were, and his impact on San Francisco and the world by extension are unmatched. Cecil was my reverend in a community I call home, the Tenderloin. He was unapologetic in his love for the people of our neighborhood. If you were sick, discarded, alone, homeless, or addicted, he looked in your eyes. He saw your humanity. He saw your potential and your greatness. He believed in you so much that you believed in yourself. No one was outside his circle of compassion. He believed that everyone deserved food, everyone deserves a community, everyone deserves love, and everyone deserves joy, to sing, to dance, to laugh, to celebrate. I've had the opportunity to learn from Reverend Williams for years. I remember approaching him when I first ran for office to represent the Tenderloin, and he listened to my spiel, everything that I wanted to do, and he looked me up and down. I was wearing a full suit at the time, and he said, "You know, people around here, they don't dress like that. How are you going to be able to connect with people and represent people dressed like that?" And I remember telling him, "Well, people around here dress a lot of ways. That's what I love about this place. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to listen and I'm going to fight for them." And that's what he did in his work for decades. There's no better words to describe Reverend Williams' leadership and vision than his own. For decades, I have raised my voice against injustice and I have shaken my fist at death. Sometimes I sound like a broken, soulful record that goes round and round, singing and shouting through the urban wilderness. Choose life. You have the power. Act like you are alive. I want to thank the members from the GLIDE community and the members of Reverend Williams' family who are here with us today. We thank you, we celebrate you, and we continue Reverend Williams' legacy of love, of compassion, of joy, and of celebration. Reverend Williams is survived by his loving children, Kim Williams, Albert Williams, Tian Feliciano, and his 5 beloved grandchildren. Rest in peace.